going to war on cancel culture and bringing the spotlight on issues and topics from around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal, and they don't care, and everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now, and I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a motherfucker like me.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay.
Boom, shakalaka boom. You're tuned in to the free range human show of choice, your daily dose of reality radio. It starts right now. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I am, of course, Clay Edwards, coming at you live here in the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios on a Super Monday on the 50,000 watt blowtorch, 103.9 FM, WYAB. Streaming worldwide on the Mazda of Jackson live stream this morning. You can watch that, partake in the conversation in the live chat at Save JXN on YouTube, X, and Rumble. Or should I say, unlike the TPUSA halftime show, we are on X. They said it couldn't stream there last night, had some kind of licensing issue. Would be curious what that licensing issue was. Were they doing a cover song of some sort and they couldn't use the people who own that song wouldn't let them stream on X? I don't know. It's very weird. Very weird. You can stream on YouTube. Can't fathom why you wouldn't be able to stream on X. I'd like to know what that licensing issue was. I was just looking at that this morning. Anyhow, we're going to talk about that. We got a big show planned today. I'm trying to decide where I want to start at. So Friday, as soon as we left, the whole Obama-Trump monkey meme thing went nuclear viral. A bunch of fake outrage over that. Then, of course, I don't want to call him my friend, but a guy that I loved and adored and have nothing but a lot of respect for, who I had the opportunity to meet a couple times throughout my career, Brad Arnold, lead singer for Three Doors Down, one of the just most adorable, great human beings that you'll ever meet, the second most successful rock star from the state of Mississippi ever, right behind Elvis Presley. Numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And based on the numbers, based on the record sales, they are in the rock and roll genre, they are, Three Doors Down is the second best selling act in history from the state of Mississippi, behind Elvis. In the rock band category, they are number one by far and away. So left a hell of a legacy behind. It's yet to be determined what will happen with the band Three Doors Down. There's only one original member left, Chris Henderson. Well, technically two. One's in jail. We'll see what happens when he gets out. But right now, only one original member. I would be shocked if the band moved forward as Three Doors Down. But I wouldn't hate on Chris either if he did it, because he's a founding member and it's his right to be able to go out and earn an income. And if fans are willing to support it, then it is what it is. I'll support it. So, but it's hard to vision Three Doors Down without Brad Arnold. It's just, I think some bands, some lead singers are irreplaceable in a band. It's like Poison without Bret Michaels, Def Leppard without Joe Elliott, The Who without Jim Morrison. And I know they've revived that thing a little bit here and there, but let's be honest, Jim Morrison is The Who. The Rolling Stones without Mick Jagger. There's just some bands that's got to be the singer. It just does. I mean, rarely do you change singers and a band find success. So we got that topic this morning. We got 3 hours this morning. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to pivot the monkey meme and the political stuff. We'll pivot that to the third hour. We'll have some fun with Andrew Gosser on that. I try to keep all the political stuff with Andrew. I don't know Andrew's, knowledge on a lot of pop culture stuff, and that's not a knock at all. Andrew's just knee deep in the politics and culture stuff. So we'll pivot the political negativity type stuff. We'll pivot that to the third hour. Let's start with the Super Bowl. That's the low-hanging fruit right now. The halftime shows were the real battle, weren't they? That's one of the worst Super Bowl games that I've seen in a long time. And I'm not a hater, I watch football. That's just a bad game. I didn't care for either team. I was pulling for Seattle just because I like Sam Darnold, the quarterback. I like his story. Kind of looked over, kicked to the side. And he comes out and just has a great game. He didn't win the MVP. A running back won the MVP for the first time in 25 years. But running back deserved it. Let's see here. I pulled up some stats real quick. Sam Darnold, just looking at the top performers. He went 19 for 38, 202 yards, a touchdown, 0 INTs, which is really interesting. That means the Seahawks, throughout their playoff run, had 0 turnovers. For my football folks out there, y'all understand just how difficult that is. Now, granted, they had a first-round bye, so they didn't have to play an extra game. But nonetheless, to go through the divisional rounds, the championship game, and the Super Bowl, 3 games without an interception, a turnover, fumble, nothing. I mean, that's big. Somebody said Jim Morrison's The Doors. What did I say? Did I say Jim Morrison was the singer of another band? If I said Jim Morrison was the singer of another band, I meant The Doors. My bad. If I said anything else other than The Doors. So I thought I said The Doors. Apparently I said The Who. My bad. Well, Roger Daltrey and The Who. Same energy. I don't want to see The Who without Roger Daltrey. But anyway, Jim Morrison and The Doors. My bad. I only slept about 3 hours last night. Not because I didn't go to bed at a decent time. I just one of those nights where I couldn't sleep good. So I'm not clicking on all cylinders here this morning. Let's see here. The MVP was awarded to Seahawks edge. I thought it was awarded to the running back. Well, my bad. So the MVP was awarded to the Seahawks edge, Uchenna Nwosu. Let me just spell that for y'all. UCHENNA NWOSU. NWO. For life. For his game-changing fumble, return, touchdown, and overall pressure. Well, congratulations to him. A defensive player getting MVP, that does not happen too often. Does not happen very often. Some of the trending topics and discussions, the halftime show flop says a heavy criticism of the $40 million halftime performance as the worst in NFL history, with calls for NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to be fired. Many called the entire event a woke NFL double L due to low star power and poor execution. So anyway, the Seahawks won, 29-13? Very boring game, which led to a lot of interesting conversations at the get-together that I was at. And we weren't the only people that noticed this. The Super Bowl was just super gay. Super gay. Just all of it. Everything. The whole thing. Just super duper gay. The gay ass logo. All of it. Now, we're 30 years into this now. Of them shoving all of these rainbow colors down our throats. And all of their little messaging and all that stuff. It was a San Francisco treat, wasn't it? So, I was just interested. Who designed this abomination of a logo? And it's the biggest Super Bowl logo that I've ever seen painted on the field. It had pink trees, pastel trees. I was like, did some trans LGBTQ LMNOP rainbow supremacist paint this? Grok says it was a woman with the last name Fang. I was like, Fang? Did Eric Swalwell's Fang paint this? If you know, you know. Anyway, it was like it's based on Northern California's diverse culture. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's that word, diverse. We know what that means. We know what the word diverse means. You're going to enjoy this diversity. Diversity is our strength. Shut up and drink this cup of diversity. You'll like it. You'll like it. So it's just that god-awful pastel rainbow colors. The patch on the uniforms was distracting. The big logo on the field was distracting. All the colors around the stadium, the pinks, and just super gay and distracting. It's just, and you know what hurts it also? It's just the fact that the game sucked. It's like once the game kind of got a little bit going in the second half, it's like, okay, it was less distracting, but it was a wrap. It was just a bad game. But, you know, if you're a New England fan, you got a lot to be happy about. You lost the Super Bowl. It sucks today no matter what. But you weren't supposed to be there. I mean, you were 4-12 or whatever the last 2 years. You only won 4 games the last 2 years. You're ahead of schedule. You had a second-year quarterback who's still going to be in his rookie deal next year. You'll be able to go spend a ton of money to plug any deficiencies that you have. I mean, I think New England could be a force to be reckoned with for the future. I don't know that they'll be back next year, but maybe they will. You know, hard to repeat. Can Seattle keep it together? We'll see. We'll see. They were a great team. That's one of the best defensive exhibits I've seen in a long time. But they were playing against a second-year quarterback and a team with a not very good offense. So we'll see. It was congratulations to the Seahawks. Congratulations to Sam Darnold. I don't know that I could hate 2 cities any more than I hate New England, Boston. I'm from Boston. Woke crap city. And then, of course, San Francisco. What a dump. What a dump. That stadium looks like crap. So many other places you could have done the Super Bowl. I got a problem with the Super Bowl being played in the daylight. It was the 4th quarter before it got dark, which makes an already terrible halftime show even worse when it's done under the sunlight. And we're going to talk about the halftime shows coming up after this break. I wasn't a fan. And I watched every snap. Well, except we left about 5 minutes early. Once that INT, that pick six or fumble, whatever it was, that the turnover for a touchdown, I turned my head for a second, so I don't know if it was if it was an interception or a fumble recovery, whatever. And I was like, all right, it's time to go, because we had about a 20-minute drive to get back home, and I didn't enjoy it. I don't care for either team. No personal investment. And the game sucked. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, let's talk about the real battle. The halftime battle royale. The woke Bad Bunny show. Was it as bad as we anticipated? Was it as politically controversial as advertised? What about the TPUSA All-American halftime show? Did it live up to the hype? Did we love what we saw there? Or did it miss the landing? How about all of the above? We'll talk about it. I'll explain what I mean and more. And we'll tell you some of the numbers. It did gangbuster numbers. That it did do. And we're going to dive into a little bit of halftime show history. Do we have a false perception of the importance of the halftime show because of the stage that it's on, not the quality of previous performances? Because there's only been a few really good ones, if we're being honest. Maybe 5 really good ones. We'll discuss the history of the halftime show and if it really means anything at all. We'll be right back. This is the Clay Edwards Show here this morning on 103.9 FM WYAB. Of course, you could text the show on the Ellis Autoplex text line. Let me know what you think. Did you like Bad Bunny? Did you like the TPUSA show? Did you watch them? I watched them both. I watched TPUSA live, went back and watched Bad Bunny when I got home because, well, I needed to be able to talk about it this morning and be unbiased and honest about it. And I ended up watching about 10 or 12 previous halftime shows as I went down the rabbit hole. We'll talk about all of it. Y'all don't go nowhere. Text me, 769-241-1944. You can call in this morning if you want, 601-879-0002. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
Here at Lake and Glass and Tint, we've become well known for two things: window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or at lakeandglassandtint.com. Lake and Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Burgers, blues, barbecue, the name says it all. At our spots in Madison, downtown Brandon, and Flowood at Dogwood, dive into mouth-watering, award-winning burgers and barbecue like our tender brisket and savory pulled pork that'll have you licking your fingers clean. Our B3 Catering Company can handle any job from 5 to 5,000 people, and with 2 food trucks ready for all your special events. Check out the all-new burgersblues.com to view our full menu, order carryout, and delivery by locally owned Take-A-Break Deliveries.
Jackson, get ready for the official Dixie National Rodeo After Show at Martin's downtown on Saturday, February 14th. Live on stage, Cowboy Troy, the pioneer of hip-hop and country rap. You've seen him with Big and Rich, Nashville Star, and even Dancing with the Stars. Now he's bringing that high-energy Texas country sound straight to Martin's. Don't miss this one-night party after the rodeo. Cowboy Troy. Tickets are on sale now at Eventbrite or visit the Martin's Downtown Facebook page.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Hey guys, I have a secret for you. We notice. We notice when you're tired all the time. We notice when your drive is gone. We notice when you're just not feeling that into us. But here's the good news. It might not be your age. It might be your testosterone level. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Men's Health of Mississippi. We help men just like you. We specialize in giving you back your strength, your energy, stamina, and confidence. Don't settle for feeling less than your best. Call Men's Health of Mississippi today to find out what your testosterone level is. Trust me, we'll notice that too.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
This Valentine's Day, be the hero without the hassle. At Green Oak, we're the Valentine's Day experts. We know exactly what she wants, and we make it easy for you to get it right. Choose from stunning hand-designed floral arrangements and gifts online at greenoakms.com or visit us in-store in Jackson next to Palm Bridges Park or in Ridgeland at the Township. Green Oak does all the work. You get all the credit. Order now at greenoakms.com and make this Valentine's Day unforgettable. Green Oak, Jackson's floral expert since 1960.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show here on WYAB. This segment brought to you by our friends over at How about our buddies right there at Elite Pools? Get the week started off. Looking at that pool out there. Got a little warmer the last couple of days, but felt good outside, 70 degrees or more. Going to be like that for the next 2 weeks. Thank you. Lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s. Could it just stay like that year round? Got me to thinking about pool weather. You should be too. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. Elite Pools can handle anything that your pool needs, from routine maintenance to full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. Elite Pools can bring your old pool back to life. Is your pool water green? Look, call Elite Pools before you even think about adding some chemicals to it. It could be a range of other issues like filter, water flow, or even sand type. Elite Pools is the exclusive dealer for Jandy equipment, which comes with a 3-year parts and labor warranty, which is not a guarantee most dealers make. Covering parts like heaters, filters, pumps, return jets, and more. Elite Pools uses Merlin liners. They're 100% made in the USA vinyl. No China crap. Made right here in America. Hey, look, here's another thing about Darren over there at Elite Pools. He's going to work after hours if he needs to. He's going to take your call after hours if you're a customer. He's going to help you come up with a solution. And if you got an emergency, he's most likely going to come out there and help take care of it for you. Visit them online today, elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Locally owned, locally operated. All right, so got a couple texts on the Ellis Autoplex text line. Let's see here. Sorry, somebody was sending me something. Let me get my text machine open back up here. Unknown texter says, only thing that would have made Kid Rock's performance better is if he would have sang "We the People" with the F Joe Biden. Yeah, well, we're done with Joe Biden. We don't have to talk about him no more. But yeah, I like that song. Unknown texter on the Ellis Autoplex text line. The NFL has gone downhill since they started allowing the disrespect of the national anthem. Haven't seen a decent performer for at least a decade now. Seems to me the NFL doesn't care about the majority of Americans, about what the majority of Americans want. They are just mocking us instead. Lloyd says, after hearing about all the NFL shenanigans, I'm so glad to have stopped wasting my time on them in 2017 when the players started taking a knee. Colin Kaepernick. Haven't missed it, and your review reinforces why there's no need to come back to it. Unknown texture says, talk about the Turning Point halftime show with Kid Rock and Brantley Gilbert and others. Totally awesome. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. All right, we're going to talk about that now. So let's look at some quick facts. I did a look at it this morning. TPUSA halftime show had 4.5 million concurrent live viewers at one point just on their YouTube channel. And this thing was being streamed all over the place, being bootlegged, all kind of stuff. But just on the main TPUSA channel, it had 4.5 million viewers at one time. That is massive for a live stream. There's somebody saying it crashed at around 5 million, but we didn't have any problems with it where I was at, so I don't know where it crashed at. YouTube rarely crashes, so I don't know if that's true. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I just checked it this morning right before coming into the studio. Well, right before, like 5 minutes till 7. I checked all of the official outlets that it aired on, that the data was available, excluding like Daily Wire and some of these like streaming apps. But it's sitting at 20 million views on the TPUSA YouTube channel. 3.6 million views on the Charlie Kirk YouTube channel, 1.26 million views on the Real American Voice Rumble channel. And that does not count the tens of millions of reels, shorts, TikToks, all of that stuff across the different social media platforms. So it's sitting at what? 25 million plus views right now. I did the math. 24.8. Let's just round it up to 25 million views right now for Kid Rock, Lee Bryce, Brantley Gilbert, and Gabby Barrett. I'm going to be honest, was not familiar with who Gabby Barrett was. I think I heard a song that I recognized loosely in the background as she was playing. She was doing her best Erica Kirk impersonation with the pantsuit. I prefer the leather pants Erica Kirk from her appearance in Oxford with JD Vance. She's kind of hot in that one. Well, she's an attractive lady, but I would have preferred the leather pants. It is a Kid Rock show. Put on some leather pants. What was up with Kid Rock wearing the jorts? That's jean shorts for those that don't know. I don't know. So, well, let me start at the beginning. Brantley Gilbert. I'm a big Brantley Gilbert fan, going all the way back to when Chip brought him to town first before anybody to fire. And then he worked his way up, just like Jason Aldean. He worked his way up to the convention center. And then he came back as a headliner at the Coliseum. And believe it or not, Eric Church opened for Brantley Gilbert. Good show that night. That was a rock show. That wasn't a country show. That was a rock show that night. I felt like I was watching like Motley Crue and Warrant or something. It was awesome. Brantley was good. His career needed something. It's just he's been out in the purgatory lately. He rarely hear him on the radio anymore. Of course, when I say that, I don't listen to the radio. It's just I don't have him on too many of my playlists, but I do now. I went back and added him last night. I'm like, God, I forgot about that song. That first Brantley Gilbert album, before he was famous, the Modern Day Prodigal Son album, phenomenal. I went back and listened to it last night on the way home. So Brantley was good. 6 one way, half dozen the other. Lee Brice, I love that song. I'm a member of a drinking crowd. That's a great song. He debuted a new song. It wasn't memorable. I had to go back and listen to it. I was at a party, and we didn't cut the TV up till about the time Kid Rock got on there. So I missed a little bit of these other performances, like really being able to hear them. So it's not fair for me to sit here and tell you one way or another how I felt about a song. I don't know that, like if I'm being 100% honest, I don't know that the halftime show is where I want to hear a new song that I've never heard before. I want familiarity. I want to have fun. We're at Super Bowl parties. I want to get hyped up. The game was already sucking. The energy level was low. I wanted to get hyped up. In steps Kid Rock. And it's, my name is Kid. His whole shtick. And it rocked. It was great. And then it went to violins and a cello. I love the song. I'm a huge Cody Johnson fan. The song Till You Can't is just massive. Love it. I lost another friend over the weekend. Longtime buddy of mine. Over the weekend. Did not know he was in bad health. So the song hit a little harder. And we'll talk about him here in a minute. But I guess we were all at the party saying, is this really the song? Is this really the vibe you want to do for the halftime? It just went from high energy to no energy. It doesn't mean it ain't a great song. I love Every Rose Has Its Thorn. I don't want to hear it at the halftime of the Super Bowl. And I know that they weren't at the Super Bowl and that the audience is just all TPUSA friends, family and employees and stuff like that. And I know Kid Rock's if he's going to do this, it's got to make sense for him to do it. So he's got to launch a new song, send everybody to go download it, all of these things. And the song's got a chance to be a hit. I mean, his version of it was great. Like I thought it was a throwback to old school Kid Rock, like Only God Knows Why Kid Rock. Like it's got it was non-political. It's just a good song. And we were all kind of looking at each other like, and then they did the Charlie Kirk thing at the very end, and it all made sense because Till You Can't is, if you don't know, it's about pick up the phone and call somebody before you lose them, go by and see them before they're gone. Till you can't. And it'll get you choked up. It really will. So pulling all that together with the in remembrance of Charlie Kirk at the end, it made sense. it made ending on a sad note acceptable. But if I was in control and I got to make the call, we would have ended with pyro, sparkles, and hard rock. But that's just me. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll discuss the Bad Bunny stuff. And again, I want y'all's opinion on all this. What is your real opinion on it? I hope TPUSA does this more. I hope other organizations, it ain't got to be political. I think what you're going to see with the success of this thing, you're going to see a lot more groups start doing their own alternative halftime shows. Big content creators, big media conglomerates. I think people are just going to sit there and say, you know what? The halftime shows become so polarizing. The NFL has done so much trying to get a global audience that they're alienating their American audience to do so. Maybe there's an opportunity for us to slide in. Maybe you'll start seeing some big bands, some big artists using their own social media platforms to put on their own shows. I think I think we'll look back, and I think that will be the legacy of this TPUSA event, is that moving forward, there's going to be a lot of alternative halftime shows. Let's take a break. We'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show. Maybe we'll do an alternative Clay Edwards show during the Super Bowl next year. I'm kidding. We'll be right back.
.1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement, to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
When seconds making a play, Short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Come see me, Jamie Creel, at Shelter Insurance and see why Forbes has rated us #1 in the world.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Hey, business owners, want your phones to ring away. Get your name on the airwaves with the Clay Edwards Show today. Tell the town who you are while they're driving in their cars. If you want your business to grow, advertise on the Clay Edwards Show. Contact info at WIAB.com. Contact info at WIAB.com.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repair? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. Inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. It's a Men's Health Monday. You know what that means, guys? Text Clay to 601-800-5130 today and get that testosterone screening this week. And you could be on your way to just a much healthier life, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. I was having such a great conversation last night with a friend of mine's wife who used to compete in bodybuilding or fitness tournaments and stuff. We were just talking about just how when you get in shape and you quit hating what you see in the mirror, it changes your life. It truly does. I was talking about just all the crazy liberals and all this stuff out there, how you can usually just look at them and their face looks like a tackle box and just doing crazy stuff to themselves. And you just say that they do that because they want instant gratification. They just need something because they want to do anything and everything other than just quit eating less food. You know, it's like, let me put an earring here. Let me put a tattoo here. Let me do this. Let me do that. And I'm not judging people that have tattoos on their face and earrings on their, in weird places and all that. To each their own. I'm all about personal expression. But I do wonder a lot if it's not just because you really just hate yourself because you're overweight or whatever the case may be. Because I know when I hated what I saw in the mirror. So I would do like weird stuff with my hair and whatever, extra tattoos, just all that stuff, just any kind of instant gratification to change the way I felt about myself without doing the hard work to feel better about myself. With all that said, if you're struggling with your weight, if you're struggling with feeling better about yourself, start with your testosterone, get it checked. And if it's low, get on testosterone replacement therapy there at Men's Health Mississippi. Text Clay to 601-800-5130. Don't forget, man, with their membership packages, they can be your general physician as well. And you can start reaching out and have a doctor at your beck and call to help you with all kind of stuff. It's been great. It's helped my health so much with Dr. Micah Walker out there. All right, man, let's get back into it. That's Men's Health in Mississippi. Text Clay, 601-800-5130. Text Clay. All right, Bad Bunny. We were told that it was going to be just woke dumpster fire. He was going to wear a dress. He was going to burn flags. He was going to bash Trump. Tell us that we needed to support ICE. Not support ICE. He was going to ICE out. Just all these things. There was an AI generated photo going around of him in a dress burning a flag that went nuclear viral. Guys, quit believing everything y'all see. Quit believing everything you see. Now, what I'll say to that is, why everybody believed it? Because of the things he has said. So it was easy to believe. So I'll give you that. It was easy to believe that it was real, but it was not real. There would have been, what I thought was funny in that is in that photo, there's people holding phones. And through the phones, you can see them recording him doing that. If that photo was real, there would be video of that incident everywhere. Just use your brains. Y'all are smart folks. Use your brains. But that's the kind of performance we were told we were going to get by Bad Bunny. Maybe not the flag burning, but might as well. That's not what we got. What we got was a big WTF, as far as I'm concerned. Like, why was there Why were there bushes on the field? It looked like a maze that you get lost in. I didn't get it. Now, look, the Latina chicks, the big booty Latinas out there dancing. I know Clay likes a big booty. I had no problem with that. I didn't think it felt overly sexualized. I mean, it's okay to appreciate hot chicks. I never want to get to a point in this country where we can't appreciate good-looking women shaking their bonbons. Shake a bonbon, shake a bonbon. Where was Shakira? I had no problem when J-Lo and Shakira got out there when it was in Miami and shook their butts. Like I said, I'm a fan of the booties. I'm a fan of the big booty. I can't lie. I like big butts and I cannot lie. So I'm biased. I am. I don't know that is necessarily over sexualization. They weren't twerking. I think there's times where stuff is definitely over sexualized. But I don't know. I didn't see that. I saw Trump's post about it. It wasn't a good halftime show. But I don't know that it was anything over sexualized. Unless I'm forgetting something here. I just remember the girls dancing with the little short skirts on or short shorts, whatever it was. Like I said, I had no problem with that. I just didn't enjoy the show. I didn't know any of the songs. It felt very disjointed. I think that's the best way to put it. It just didn't make sense. I compared it to, when you go into a Mexican restaurant, shout out to my folks at El Patrio, Mexican Grill and Cantina. Y'all be sure to get over there and eat. When you're at a Mexican restaurant in the middle of the day and they have a soap opera on in the background, one of those Spanish speaking soap operas, and it's all dramatic, and they're just really into it, but you don't understand a word they're saying. But sometimes you don't need to. I understand vibes. I understand Spanish, but I understand vibes. It just felt I didn't understand the vibe last night. That's what I'm getting at. It didn't have a consistent vibe. Was the street vendors, is that a Puerto Rico thing? I just don't know. The music wasn't good, Spanish or not. I was not the demographic for it. At the end of the day, Middle America, the SEC, we were not the demographic the NFL was trying to appease last night. The NFL has gone headfirst into being a global sport. There's more games abroad next year than any year previous. They want to be bigger than soccer. And they're well on their way. They are well on their way. Because here's, like me and my dad were talking, was it yesterday, day before? The NFL knows that here's what happened after the Colin Kaepernick stuff and the woke 2020, just all of that. They know that they can do whatever they want to us, and we're going to come back for the most part. Yeah, there's people like Lloyd who said he quit watching in 2017. There's a lot of the WYAB audience that tells me they've quit watching NFL. I hear it a lot and see it in the text messages. But where y'all quit, a lot more started. They just did, because their ratings are bigger than ever. They're getting more money than ever. So they know that they can take a big poop on our chest, and we're just going to kind of take it. They can put the old Cleveland steamer right on us. And we're just going to take it because we're going to watch. And I wrestled with myself on this. I didn't want to watch. I didn't want to support. But then I've said this before. I'm not going to let a bunch of woke liberal nonsense stop me from enjoying something I enjoy. I enjoy football. I enjoy sports. I'm not going to let them win, because if you give up the battlefield, you're not in the war. It's like, I'm going to delete my social media. That'll teach them. Okay, as long as it's something you want to do. We should probably all quit social media. It's a dumpster fire and it's destroying this country. And I'm as addicted to it as anybody. We should probably all quit social media today. But do it because it's what you want to do. Don't do it because you saw something you didn't like, or you feel like the scales are weighted against you. You got to stay in the battle. I remember deleting Twitter after 2020 and then going after anybody that said stolen election or spoke positively of Trump or any of that after they deleted Trump. And so I was like, you know what? I could do without Twitter. And then I was like, a couple months later, I said, well, you know, if you're not on the battlefield, you're not in the battle. And I got back on. And I don't regret that. And then Elon bought it, and the rest is history. So, but that's the NFL's position on this, is they want to be a global sport. Bad Bunny is the biggest streaming artist in the world right now. Is that real? Probably not. Because, you know, these guys get propped up. One thing we've seen in the Epstein files, the stuff I believe, is, you know, they decide who's famous. They get information on them. They get compromising information on them. And if you go against whatever they spew, well, that information comes out. You know, one of the things that I saw that really, I'm just going to say it, if you got kids in the car, I'm sorry. We got about a minute left here in this segment. But one of the things that really pissed me off is the phrase I saw up on the billboard, their big jumbotron. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. What that really means is you'd better just love me for exactly the way I am. What do you mean you don't love me because I'm transes? What do you mean you don't love the fact that I want to dress up in trans gear and go read stories to your little kids at school? Do drag queen story time. All age drag shows. You don't love that? Are you a bigot? Are you a homophobe? Oh, you don't like all the pastel colors in the Super Bowl logo? You don't like the gazes? Are you a racist? That's what they mean when they say the only thing more powerful than hate is love. Just like their little ridiculous end racism crap in the end zone. That's one of those things where they need to take a really long look at the man in the mirror. Don't tell us stop being racist. Y'all stop being racist. We'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show.
.1039 WYAB.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repair? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
What are people saying about Tom's Fried Pies in Richland?
I'm on a diet. I don't want to be down there at Tom's Fried Pies. We had a good time. When I tell you the crust was flaky, I'm talking about buttery. This was nothing like I've ever tasted. Ever. I mean, I've never tasted anything like that, man. It was nice. Atmosphere was nice. Everybody there was nice. Because I'll be back, even though I don't supposed to with my diet. I really enjoyed myself.
Tom'sFriedPies.com. Tom'sFriedPies.com.
Grizz Nation, your Memphis Grizzlies season is in full swing at FedEx Forum, and there's nothing like being there to cheer on your team. Grab your tickets and bring your energy to the electric atmosphere of a Grizz game. Tickets are always available online at grizzlies.com/tickets or in person at the FedEx Forum box office in Memphis.
Get ready, Louisiana! Johnny's Pizza House is turning up the heat with our sweet the swamp pizza. Packed with crawfish, shrimp, a taste of crack, andouille sausage, bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, and a blend of Cajun spices, all smothered in delicious mozzarella cheese. It's the perfect bite of the bayou and the perfect meal for any Cajun crave. Try our Cajun flip or dive into a sweet the swamp pizza bowl. A taste of Louisiana flavor is waiting on you. Let's share a slice today at Johnny's Pizza House.
Hey, this is Ben Ingram from the Braves Radio Network. We're in commercial right now, so I want to let my sister take over and tell you about Hometown Property Group.
Thanks, Ben. This is Mary Claire Putman with Hometown Property Group. Whether you're buying or selling, we are committed to guiding you through your real estate transaction with integrity, exceptional service, and remarkable results. Madison County has been my home for 40 years. I'd love to help make it yours too.
That's Hometown Property Group. Give them a call at 601-853-6080.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you will destroy your life. Listen to The Flatline with your host, Rick Hughes, every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. here on 103.9 WYAB. Join us every Sunday for 30 minutes of inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flatline with Rick Hughes, heard here on 103.9 WYAB each Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m.
Pops Auto Sales on Highway 49 in Florence is where you come to buy quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to fit your budget. Stop by Pops Auto Sales today, where fair prices and superior service leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Or go to popsautosalesllc.com and browse our inventory and get pre-approved for zero-down financing with approved credit, with service contracts and warranties available. And guys, our truck inventory is one of the largest for any independent dealer, period. Pops Auto Sales, Highway 49 in Florence.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay.
Welcome back in. We got just about 30 seconds here for our next break, top of the hour. When we come back, we're going to shift gears a little bit and jump into Brad Arnold of 3 Doors Down passing away Saturday. I got a lot I want to talk about with this one. It's going to take the whole hour. I understand if you guys aren't interested in that, but I please ask that you stick around, because I think we're going to get a good message out of it. We're going to do a little positivity this morning. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB, Pocahontas, Jackson.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. More than a week after Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped from her home, and a second ransom deadline is just hours away. Correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti is in Tucson.
CBS News has learned investigators are now canvassing nearby gas stations in an effort to track down any vehicle captured on surveillance cameras around the time Guthrie disappeared. So far, authorities have not identified any suspects or persons of interest.
Over the weekend, the Today Show's Savannah Guthrie released a new plea saying the family is willing to pay for their mother's return. Now to the UK, where police in West London say they're reassessing allegations the former Prince Andrew sent confidential trade reports to Jeffrey Epstein. Came after news organizations reported on email suggesting Andrew Mountbatten Windsor sent the information from a tour of Southeast Asia he took, serving as Britain's envoy for international trade. The ex-prince denies all wrongdoing. The scandal is rocking the British government.
The Prime Minister's official spokesperson saying that he is not resigning, although the very fact of having to make that clear, I think, tells you a little bit about the state of crisis that Downing Street is in.
The BBC's Harry Farley, a key player in the Epstein scandal, is scheduled to testify virtually from prison on Capitol Hill today. CBS's Nicole Killian.
Members of the House Oversight Committee expect Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell to plead the Fifth. Her appearance comes as the Justice Department says it will allow lawmakers to view the unredacted Epstein files beginning today after releasing nearly 3 million pages of documents last month.
Members of Congress can go into the Department of Justice headquarters today to view the entirety of the Epstein files, even millions of pages that haven't been released. This morning, officials in Providence, Rhode Island, released new video from the day of the Brown University shooting that killed 2 students and injured 9 others. CBS's Jim Crisula.
News outlets across the country have been requesting body camera footage, audio clips, and other public records from the shooting that happened in mid-December. Graphic violence from the video and audio footage will be redacted to avoid harming the victims.
Seahawks fans are sleepless in Seattle after last night's 29-13 win over New England in Super Bowl 60. Marked Seattle's second title ever. This fan doesn't regret a penny of what she said she paid to be at Levi's Stadium.
I think it was $3,000 and it was worth it.
Bad Bunny celebrated his Latino heritage during the halftime show on NBC.
God bless America. Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay.
Panned the performance. This is CBS.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-959-3388. That's 800-959.
News brought to you this hour by Lee's Old Country Store, Antiques and Collectibles on Highway 22 in Flora. Stop in for new and vintage finds, plus homemade goodies and gifts.
A break-in suspect killed. The grand jury will have to hear about it. Mostly sunny and 74 this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy and 53. 74 and mostly cloudy Tuesday. A slight chance for rain Wednesday. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis. Jackson police believe it was self-defense when a woman shot and killed a man wearing a mask who had busted into her apartment on Ridgewood Road Sunday morning about 2:30. The second suspect split when that happened and hasn't been seen since, at least not by police. The woman was taken to police headquarters and interviewed and released, but the law says the case will still have to be heard by the grand jury, who make the final determination of whether it was legally self-defense. 2 auto burglary artists were apparently also getting a higher education at Hines Community College in Raymond, and that's where their dorm rooms were searched by police Friday afternoon. Police say they found plenty of evidence and also 3 guns between the two. 18-year-old Jeremiah Wilson of Jackson and 18-year-old Tevin Haymore of Greenwood were both arrested. Mississippi's disaster declaration requested by Governor Tate Reeves was approved Friday, according to posts from both President Trump and Governor Reeves. Mr. Trump says $39 million is on the way to Mississippi to help with needs caused by the winter storm. A flatbed truck that belongs to the Louisville Fire Department was stolen Friday, says the Winston County Sheriff's Department in a Facebook post. It was just before 5 p.m. that the 2004 Ford F-450 flatbed was stolen from behind the fire station. Whomever stole the truck took advantage of a situation where the fire department personnel had just returned from an errand and left the truck parked, and the keys were in the ignition. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
The new year is off to a fast start, but you can't keep up if your vehicle is sidelined. Get to Mazda of Jackson and take advantage of these super deals before time runs out. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 Mazda CX-5s and 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, and Mazda 3s with approved credits, and get 1-year maintenance included in your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit I-55 Frontage Road.
Welcome to the Clay Edwards Show. More adrenaline.
It's a pretty interesting time to be alive. What's the saying? May the times you live in be interesting. We have accomplished that.
And more testosterone for your morning drive.
But when you know you've got a problem, how about tell people and be honest? What's going on?
Going to war on cancel culture and bringing the spotlight on issues and topics from around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal. And they don't care. And everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now. And I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a white.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay Edwards.
Boom goes La Dynamite. It's hour 2 of the most incendiary show on the RADIO. The Clay Edwards Show here live on the 50,000 watt blowtorch, WYAB. We're inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios on a Men's Health Monday, on a Super Monday here in Central Mississippi. This segment brought to you by our friends. I mentioned them in the first hour. How about El Patrio Mexican Grill and Cantina? 2 great locations to serve you. Flowwood at Dogwood, right in front of Dick's Sporting Goods. Also, Crossgates Brandon, right in front of Crossgates Subdivision, next to Bop's Frozen Custard. Good folks, man. Great food, great drinks, good service. I mean, it's just an assembly line at these places. It doesn't matter if you show up with 2 people or 25 people unannounced. They're going to get you in, get you served, get you out of there. It's just great service, great people. Just go by and check them out today. It's so weird. This could be a whole topic here. I often ask when I talk about food, like, what do you consider Mississippi food? Like, what is like the quintessential Mississippi dish? And I think if you're being honest with yourselves, you almost have to say Southwest and Mexican food is the quintessential Mississippi restaurant dish. Not what you cook at your house. That's different. Because I'm going to be honest, I've never been to anybody's house that really was able to do Mexican food right. Like, it just never quite tastes like it does at the Mexican restaurant. That, I mean, it ain't good. I'm just saying it ain't the same. Anyway, like, if you talk about like quintessential taste of Mississippi, it ain't Italian. It's not seafood. A lot of people don't eat seafood. It's Mexican. At least it's one of the top 3 anyway. So when you think Mississippi, honestly, we got so many Mexican restaurants. How can it not be? We obviously love it. I see people in Brandon complain when a new Mexican restaurant opens. Oh my God, I can't believe they put another Mexican restaurant right there. Why do you think they put another one there? Because the other ones are busting out the seams. Because we love it. El Patrio, Mexican Grill and Cantina. Stop by, grab a big goldfish bowl, goblet of cold draft beer of your favorite, or a frozen margarita. Don't drink and drive, of course. And get you some fajitas, a chimichanga, tacos. Oh, I love their street tacos. They're so good. Man, I may eat there today. I ain't had Mexican in a while. El Patrio, check them out. All right. First off, I need to give a shout out to a buddy of mine that passed away over the weekend. Gary Owen Langston. I've been friends with Gary 20 years. At least. Gary worked at least 20 years. Gary worked at 105 with us. He worked with my dad a lot at the club with me. I've been friends with Gary for years. Gary went through some a life or death situation, freedom or jail situation, where he got tied up in a homicide a few years ago when he was actually one of the people being shot at in Jackson, and they tried to charge him with the murder of the guy that had the top dollar pawn when he got murdered, Gary was with him, or they were following each other, and they got into a shootout with some Jackson thugs, and JPD and Hinds County DA, due to their incompetence, tried to charge Gary for that man's murder. It was crazy. Anyway, finally some video came out and proved Gary was innocent. They tried to say that Gary killed him with friendly fire. That's why I laugh at y'all when y'all try to tell me that when somebody's under duress and they shoot, that they're not responsible for every bullet that comes out. Well, I had a friend. Anyway, he got cleared of that, and then his dad passed away, and he fell into a depression, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And I hate myself for not checking on him more and seeing how he was doing. And I've just gotten really bad about that with people. I've gotten really bad about not reaching out to people and checking on them more, because I'm so consumed with what I'm doing that I don't pick up the phone like I need to. And I didn't know how bad he was doing. I really didn't. And I hate myself for it, because when that Kid Rock song came on last night, that Till You Can't, it really punched me in the gut, because I just found out about Gary yesterday morning passing away. Or was it Saturday morning? Anyway, it's all a blur between Brad dying and then Gary dying. I found out yesterday morning. So it just it really hit home last night with that. And I just want to give my condolences to Gary. He was a great guy, patriot, loved this country, huge supporter of the president. Just a good dude, man. Just a really good dude. So rest in peace to Gary. Let's jump into Brad Arnold. So 10 months ago, back in May of 2025, we found out that Brad had cancer. I can't even pronounce the kind. I guess it was like kidney or lung cancer, crossogenic carcinoma. I apologize for butchering that. You almost have to speak a foreign language to understand some of this stuff, to pronounce some of these type cancers and stuff. Man, cancer just sucks. I mean, it just absolutely sucks. But I took the video of Brad telling us that he had cancer, and I want to play it again, because while we're all very sad that we lost Brad Arnold in such a short amount of time, like he never got to play live again. He never, to the best of my knowledge, he never made another video again. He posted, I think, 2 or 3 pictures after he announced his cancer diagnosis. He posted a couple pictures. And if I get choked up through this, y'all have to bear with me, because some things just hit harder than others this morning. And again, I understand if y'all don't want to go on this ride with me this morning. I won't be mad at you. Tune back in at the top of the next hour, and we'll have Andrew Gosser in here, and we're going to wind it back to the politics and culture and do what we do around here. But we're going to take this hour and we're going to dedicate it to Brad Arnold of Three Doors Down. So let's see here. Let me pull this video up, because I just think that what Brad says in this video about don't worry about him, he's got Jesus. I don't know about y'all, but every now and then I need to hear that. Clay needs to hear that. I'm going to take y'all's chat off the screen here so this all fits. So y'all bear with me for a second. All right. Let's listen to Brad here, because I think this brings great perspective to him passing, and why we should be happy that he's out of his pain and he's in a much better place singing When I'm Gone, singing Away from the Sun up there in heaven this morning.
Hey everybody, it's Brad from Three Doors Down. I hope you're having a great day today. Got some not so good news for you today. And so I'd been sick a couple of weeks ago, and then went to the hospital and got checked out, and had actually got the diagnosis that I had a clear cell renal carcinoma that had metastasized into my lungs, and that's it's stage 4, and that's not real good. But you know what? We serve a mighty God, and He can overcome anything. So I have no fear. I really sincerely am not scared of it at all. But it is gonna force us to cancel our tour this summer, and we're sorry for that. And I'd love for you to lift me up in prayer every chance you get. And I think it's time for me to maybe go listen to Not My Time a little bit, right? Thank you guys so much. God loves you. We love you. See you.
That's tough. That is so tough to go back and listen to that now, isn't it? But he said he wasn't scared. And I'm going to play a video here. Now I'm a little upset with the guys in Shinedown, but we're going to put all that aside for now. We're going to put all that aside for right now. I want to play another video from Brent Smith, the singer of Shinedown, because there were a ton of tributes poured in yesterday, and we're gonna read a bunch of them this morning. But I thought that Brent, and this is about 3 or 4 minutes long. We're gonna play this. It's gonna run us over just a little. It's on Instagram, which is the worst one for me to try to play, but we're gonna do it anyway. Give me 1 second here, and we're just gonna go straight to break after this one here. Give me 1 second to get it pulled up. I wish I could cue all these in advance. I can't. It won't let me. But I thought Brent did a phenomenal job here of telling a great story about Brad and just the kind of person that Brad was. So let's listen to this, and we'll go straight to break and come back after this.
Share a story with you. I don't know.
Brent is the lead singer for Shinedown, for those that don't know.
How long this will go, but here it goes. So go back to 2003. The band was getting ready to release our first single and get ready to release our debut album. There were a string of festivals that we were doing to kind of warm up. A lot of different bands and what have you. Southeast, a lot of shows in Florida. Anyway, so during that time, we were trying to figure out and what we were going to do and if we could get on a tour, and we weren't really having a lot of luck. And then we got a call that there was a band called 3 Doors Down, which was, they were just on top of their game and on top of the world. And I, at the time, didn't really know a lot about them. So we get this tour. We were told that it'll probably only be about 2 weeks, maybe a month. It ended up being 9 months long. And when I tell you that for me personally, it was a masterclass in not only how you treat your crew on the road, how you treat the other bands, how you project yourself as a headliner, and how you really perform in front of an audience. And for me, my greatest teacher in that moment in time was Brad Arnold. I've known Brad Arnold since 2003. I'll tell you a story. So we're on this tour with them. We're probably, again, it was only supposed to last like 2 weeks. We started as the band that was the first of 4. And by the end of the 9 months, the last month that we were on the road with them, we went from the first of 4 to their main support. Anyhow, I remember we were going to shoot the video for the song 45. It was our very first music video, and there was a ton of excitement, and we were super, super pumped. And me and Brad were in catering on the road, and we were just talking small talk, this and that and the other. And he goes, "I heard you guys are getting ready to go do your first music video." And I go, "Man, absolutely. I'm so excited. Do you have any advice for me or what have you?" He goes, "Yeah, a little bit." I go, "Well, lay it on me." He goes, "Well, your first video, you're going to go in there and you're going to see all of these people, and they're going to be doing all these different things. And you're going to be like, wow, look at all of these people. They're all here for us. And there's cameras and there's catering and, there's hundreds of people. And, just it's like, wow. And you're going to go in there and you're going to make the video. And then if it's successful and your record is successful, The next time you go in and do a music video, you're going to walk in and look around and see all the people that are doing their jobs and like all the people in the room. And you're going to be like, I'm paying for all this. What do you do? Why are you here? It was at the time I was like, okay, he was 100% right, by the way. And he always had this great sense of humor just about the industry and about the business. And he truly was my greatest teacher in the beginning of my career as a professional musician, performer, artist, however you want to look at it. And he passed away today. Now, I feel very, very fortunate. I feel very fortunate that about a month and a half ago, and obviously I knew he was sick.
This is where it gets really emotional here.
Sick. And we were texting each other. And about a month and a half ago, we were texting back and forth, and I said, man, let's just have a phone call. Like, let's catch up with each other. And I pushed send, and he called me. I picked up the phone, and I was like, my man, what is going on? Talk to me. And when I tell you, it was obvious that he was going through it. And man, we talked for like 2 hours. And the extraordinary thing about this man is that all he could talk about was how loved he felt from everyone and how he was fighting so hard. But he still had this incredible positivity and this love in his voice. And even with everything that he was going through and everything that his family was going through, he still was just so strong. And Brad was one of those individuals that he was so genuine. He was loved by a lot of people. He was respected by a lot of people. He was a force on so many levels in this industry. That man would stand on business, and he was and he will forever be the definition of a real one. And I know that I talk about when people pass away, it's not that they're gone, they're everywhere. And I know Brad is everywhere. But I will say that I will miss my friend. And I don't want to, get emotional about it, but I'm going to ask everybody to do something today. I want you to put his voice out into the world. I want you to play Three Doors Down as loud as you can today. And I want you to continue to keep his memory alive. And I want you to continue to let his voice be heard. I want you to share pictures of him. If you were a fan and you went to shows, go back in your pictures and post about him. Post videos of him when they were playing, when they were at the top of their game, when he was strong, and he will forever remain strong. He's one of the strongest men I know. But that's all I want to say right now, is that he was such an incredible individual. I will miss him dearly. My heart goes out to his wife and his family and his friends. But he would want us to celebrate. He would want us to not forget him. He would want us to remember all of the amazing times that we had with him and the music that he gave us and just his heartfelt messages every single night that he was on stage. He would always, after every single song, thank you, my friends, thank you, my friends. He, with that incredible smile. So, again, all my love to the guys in the band, all my love to Brad's family, his wife, And I will miss him, but I will keep his memory alive. And I would ask all of you out there to do the same. It's never goodbye. It's just till next time. Please be good to each other, love one another, be kind to one another, and celebrate the legend, Mr. Brad Arnold, today and every day. I love you, Brad.
All right, we'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show.
.1039 WYAB.
Pure Air Consultants offers services on your heating and cooling system. It's time to get your heating system serviced. We offer replacement, service, maintenance agreements. It's important because if you have a gas heating system, it can produce carbon monoxide. So you want to make sure you have your system serviced and cleaned to protect your family. You want to make sure your system is safe to run. You can find us on our website at mypureairconsultants.com, mypureairconsultants.com.
This Valentine's, guys, it's one stop and you're done. I'm John.
And I'm Corey Ravenstein.
At Juniker Jewelry Company, we have thousands of ways to say I love you without you having to say a word.
We are Mississippi's largest fine jeweler with case after case of rings, pendants, earrings, colored gemstone pieces, all at the lowest prices in the state.
Diamond studs from just $195.
Juniker sterling silver pieces start at under $250.
And our signature colored gemstone pendants starting at just $275.
Diamond pendants for under $995 and diamond tennis bracelets for under $2,000.
Maybe it's time for that diamond. Juniker Jewelry Company is Mississippi's direct diamond importer with more loose diamonds and settings than any store in the state.
Guys, it's one-stop shopping and you're done.
This year, this Valentine's, come to Juniker's.
Your one-stop Valentine's store.
Juniker Jewelry Company, 1485 Highland Colony Parkway in Madison, and JunikerJewelry.com, Mississippi's direct diamond importer.
Jackson, get ready for the official Dixie National Rodeo After Show at Martin's downtown on Saturday, February 14th. Live on stage, Cowboy Troy, the pioneer of hip-hop and country rap. You've seen him with Big and Rich, Nashville Star, and even Dancing with the Stars. Now he's bringing that high-energy Texas country sound straight to Martin's. Don't miss this one-night party after the rodeo. Cowboy Troy. Tickets are on sale now at Eventbrite or visit the Martin's Downtown Facebook page.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Men, if you answer yes to any of these questions, you could be suffering from low testosterone. Do you have low sex drive? ED, always tired, depressed, loss of muscle mass, obese, loss of focus and drive? You, my friends, need to get your numbers checked. Check out Men's Health of Mississippi, located in Madison, Mississippi, and online at menshealthms.com. Guys, get your numbers checked today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. menshealthms.com. Men's Health of Mississippi.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
This Valentine's Day, be the hero without the hassle. At Green Oak, we're the Valentine's Day experts. We know exactly what she wants, and we make it easy for you to get it right. Choose from stunning hand-designed floral arrangements and gifts online at greenoakms.com or visit us in-store in Jackson next to Palm Bridges Park or in Ridgeland at the Township. Green Oak does all the work. You get all the credit. Order now at greenoakms.com and make this Valentine's Day unforgettable. Green Oak, Jackson's floral experts since 1960.
Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. This segment brought to you by our friends over at Ellis Autoplex. Swing by, check out Ellis Autoplex today, right there on Flowwood Drive on Highway 471 in Flowwood, Mississippi. They are a little truck city. It means they got a bunch of trucks for sale. Four-door, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drives. They got them all. Ford, Chevy, GM, Dodge, Ram, Toyota. You need it, they got it. If they can get it. Ellis Autoplex. Of course, they got cars and SUVs too. They got financing available. They don't do quote-unquote in-house financing, but they have lenders in-house. You got bad credit? They got a lender for that. No, you're just going to take some money down. You can't have, I always say it, you can't be fat or ugly and rude. Buying a car with bad credit is the same way. You can't have bad credit and not have any money down. You can't be both. If you got bad credit, you're going to have to have a nice little chunk of money down. You really need to be thinking about 20, 30% down. Just to be honest, depending on everybody's idea of bad credit is different, but I'm talking about bad credit. Like you went out of your way to not pay your bills. That don't mean you can't get financed if you got a job and some money down. They got a lender for that. Now, don't go over there thinking you're going to get a platinum F-150. We got a nice little Nissan Altima here for you. But not saying that we can't get you in a ride. So check them out. They got something for everybody. Is my point there. Good credit, bad credit. Don't sell yourself short. Ellis Autoplex will probably get you rolling. Casey's got great relationships with lenders because he sends them good customers, so they trust him. They'll extend them a little bit more. They'll take risk with a good customer like that they might not take with other dealerships. That's real, and that's important. So check them out today, ellisautoplex.com. And, of course, don't forget they buy vehicles too. So if you're looking to sell yours before you go trade it in somewhere else, sell it on Marketplace, swing by, let Casey put a number on it for you. He'll make you a fair market value offer, write you a local check. You can go cash today. Ellis Autoplex. All right. Man, I was getting emotional there, man, because there's so many good stories. We're talking about Brad Arnold, Three Doors Down, the lead singer of the best-selling rock band ever from the state of Mississippi. Somewhere between 20 and 30 million records sold worldwide, depending on what sources you're looking at. The numbers get a little murky in other countries, but confirmed 21 million records sold in America. That's crazy. Potentially up to another 10 million globally. Again, the numbers are a little hard to confirm, but 20 to 30 million. And, you have to wonder if Napster and streaming had never happened, how many would they have really sold? 100 million? They're one of the biggest rock bands of all time. Just to put it plain and simple for you. They were not a one-hit wonder. They had massive success. So I got to sell y'all on that. They're still at the peak of their fame, selling out amphitheaters. 25 years, 26 years to the day yesterday. 26 years ago yesterday, the day after Brad died, was the anniversary of their first album, The Better Life, being released. Kryptonite was such a big song that they didn't release the second single for 6 months. That's unheard of for a song to have that kind of life cycle without them releasing the second single, which was Loser. And it was a massive hit. And man, I could just go on and on and on. I'm not going to sit here and do the discography with you, but I've been jamming Three Doors Down with a tear in my eye for the last 72 hours. So I want to just kind of go over, do y'all want to hear my personal stories about Three Doors Down? I told them 10 months ago when I came on here, and that's what I wanted to say. I want to circle back to that. I want to circle back to Brad's announcement. So he announced that he had cancer in May of 25. I'll tell you the exact, what the exact date don't matter, but in May of 25. And I was just appalled that our local media didn't cover it initially. He's the rock star of all rock stars. Never been in trouble. Never did anything to embarrass the state of Mississippi. Always proudly said he was from Mississippi. Now, he was living up in Nashville the last few years. It's a music hub. It just makes sense to live up there from a creative standpoint. They were going to, this week, as a matter of fact, he was going to be at the state capitol if he was healthy enough. They were doing a proclamation for him. They were going to honor him at the state capitol. Obviously, I was going to get to go, as a matter of fact, and get to say hey to him. And of course, we'll never get that opportunity now. And I'm really hoping that the state of Mississippi, that Tate Reeves, that somebody, that we will honor Brad somehow, some way, with something permanent. Let's rename a stretch of the interstate going through Escatawpa, going through the Biloxi, going through Gulfport. Let's rename a stretch of interstate, at minimum, the Brad Arnold Memorial Highway. I think we can do that, can't we? So we're supposed to take a break. I ran over so big right there. Let's just do it now. Let's take the break real quick, get back on schedule. And when we come back, I'm going to tell y'all some personal stories. I'm going to keep them short. And I want to read some of the reactions from the people that know him best, from his contemporaries. I've never seen so many people have so much great things to say about a celebrity that's passed away. Very touching. And they all just say the same thing. They just drive home what a Hall of Fame person he was. We should all, I'm talking to myself a little this morning, not y'all. We could all learn to live a little bit more like Brad. I know I'm going to try. I've been doing a lot of soul searching this weekend and things I can do better, which is a lot. We'll be right back. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
.1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Are you craving a home-cooked meal without the hassle? Come over to McBee's Bar and Grill in Ridgeland for their Blue Plate lunch specials. Served up every weekday, at McBee's is a different entree every day. Chicken spaghetti on Mondays, beef tip Tuesday, pork chop Wednesday, spaghetti Thursday, and catfish Fridays. And McBee's Blue Plate lunch comes with 2 classic Southern sides and cornbread or a roll. McBee's specials are served every weekday from 11 to 2. McBee's, buzzing the res since 1982.
When second's making a play, short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Come see me, Jamie Creel, at Shelter Insurance and see why Forbes has rated us #1 in the world.
Hey, business owners, want your phones to ring away. Get your name on the airwaves with the Clay Edwards Show today. Tell the town who you are while they're driving in their cars. If you want your business to grow, advertise on the Clay Edwards Show. Contact info at WIAB.com. Contact info at WIAB.com.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repair? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show here on WYAB. This segment brought to you by our friends over at, man, how about my buddies right there? You know, it's Monday. It's a chicken spaghetti Monday at McBee's Bar and Grill. Swing by today. Check out the chicken spaghetti. I went by last week. I got a club sandwich. You can't go wrong with that club sandwich. You know, Tuesdays is a big day there too, man. You guys love those beef tips and rice. They're great. I like the red beans and rice a little bit better myself. With that country pleasing sausage. Swing by, check out McBee's today. Check out their Facebook page. They got a ton of great stuff coming up, live entertainment every week. Games on. Football's over. NASCAR's getting started. Daytona 500's next Sunday. I'm sure it'll be on there. That big 100-inch TV they got out on the patio. It's going to be good weather. Well, rain or shine. It's good weather when you got a roof over your head. McBee's Bar and Grill, man. Right there, Lake Harbor Drive. Buzz and Riz since 1982. It's the last dive bar. It's the last true dive bar in central Mississippi, in my opinion. You know, at least my definition of a dive bar. It's it. I mean, there's some old bars around here that are nice, that are cool, big places, you know, but like, when I think dive bar, McBee's checks off all those spots. Yeah. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say right here in central Mississippi, it's the last of the OG dive bars. How about that? It's the last of the OGs. You know, we always talk about these places that, man, I miss such and such. It went out of business, you know, my childhood. Well, you know, there's a place still that's been around a long time, especially for us Gen Xers. That's McBee's. It's been there since 1982. So swing by, enjoy it. It's going stronger than ever. Not going anywhere anytime soon. All right. Let's look, man, you know, I'll just say this real quick about Three Doors Down. We're gonna have to keep this tight. So my relationship with those guys, and look, I don't ever want to come across like I was friends with Brad or any of those guys. They might not know me if I was standing in the room with them. But I had a good relationship with them. I had a good relationship with their manager, Kenny Vest. He runs CPR, WCPR down on the coast. He's the one that discovered them, got him signed, was their manager. He still runs the radio station down there. I expect this year's CPR Fest to turn into a huge tribute to Brad Arnold. And hopefully by then, Stained is headlining that, which they had a great relationship with Three Doors Down. I expect CPR Fest to kind of be the official, unofficial, maybe it becomes the official, I don't know. I expect CPR Fest this year to become a huge Brad Arnold tribute event. I think you're going to see a lot of that down there for that. I plan on being there myself. A, because I want to see Stained. I missed them when they were in Brandon. And B, just because I think it's going to be special. I think you're going to see something really cool down there. I don't know what. It's just me predicting here. With Kenny in charge, with it being in Biloxi, with that being their hometown, their home base, the radio station that discovered them, I think we may be in store for something special. I just don't know what. I hope. You know what? I'm trying to will it into existence. Law of attraction, The Secret. I'm trying to manifest it into existence. So we'll see. But I met those guys through their manager, Kenny, because I was booking 12 Stones. And y'all know my buddy Paul McCoy, 12 Stones. He also discovered them and managed them, got them their record deal. Same with Adam Ship, my buddy Joey Colville, rest in peace, Joey. And he got them their record deal. He was their manager. So I had a good relationship with Kenny through booking his other up-and-coming bands, which allowed me to have a relationship with Brad and those guys. And I had a relationship with their booking agent at the agency group, Ken Fromaglich, I think is his name. So I was booking a lot of their bands, which got me access to Three Doors Down. Whenever they would come to town, we got to do backstage and all that stuff. And they were really tied in with Budweiser big time. Well, I owned a bar at the time. Worked out pretty good. They had this thing called Budweiser True Music. Yeah, some of y'all may remember that. It was where Bud put a heavy emphasis on local bands, and they would do these True Music Battle of the Bands thing. And Todd Harrell, the original bass player, had a little record label, and he's in prison now from drinking and driving and killing a guy, unfortunately. Sad situation. I hope he's got his life right. But they did this massive event on the coast pre-Katrina where it was the True Music Battle of the Bands, and it was out in the parking lot of one of the casinos that got destroyed by Katrina, the Grand, I think. My buddies in Storage 24 here played in it. They may have been called Blindside at the time. I'm not sure. But we all went down there. Well, we did the winter. We hosted the Central Mississippi, the Jackson area battle, and they won that here, if my memory serves me correct. And they got to go down there and play it. So we all went down there to support them. So I had this relationship with them on that end, being tied in with their True Music stuff. And then when Brad ended up living up here in Brandon, right on the reservoir there, and the unincorporated Brandon, he would come down to 105, believe it or not, when I had 105 and we had the VIP room back in the back. And it was just cool. We had a pretty good relationship. Like I said, he may not remember me from anybody, but it was always really cool when Nickelback and Three Doors Down played One Jackson Place back in the mid-2000s. Well, my club was inside the barricade there, like how Martin's is and how Lamal's is when they do the street festivals and stuff at St. Patty's Day. I was inside the chaos. And we let them use our club as the green room just during the day. They had their own dressing rooms and stuff, don't get it wrong, but we offered a different level of entertainment for them. And we kept it private. So they were all able to come over there, and 12 Stones was on that. Three Doors Down, Nickelback, and was Puddle of Mud on that too? I don't remember. Anyway, we got to be a part of that, which was just huge. It was a great time. Got to be backstage, on stage. Just so much fun was had with that. And then again, when they played the Miller Lite Crawfish Bowl, we got to be on stage with them on the side of the stage. That was so much fun. I got a picture of me and Brad from that event. It's the only picture I have of him. I looked for it over the weekend. It's on one of my old laptops that I don't use anymore, so I'm going to have to go retrieve it. And I'm going to get it posted. It's probably posted somewhere. I need to find it. Anyway, it'll get posted this week. They were always so good to us. Just so good to us. And that opened up a lot of doors for me because people knew that I had a relationship with those guys. So it got us bands. That's how I ended up getting Breaking Benjamin as they were coming up. And just, it was just a great relationship. And he was such a great representative of the state of Mississippi. But that's kind of my relationship with those guys. So it hit really hard, man. And I was just so mad when he announced that he had his cancer, and our local media didn't run with it. I don't know if I've yet to finish that story. So I came on this show the next day, and I raised 7 levels of hell. And by the end of my show, I was getting notifications from all the local news outlets. Lead singer, Mississippi rock band, Brad Arnold, cancer diagnosis. Now, sometimes you got to get up here and use your platform to go scorched earth. Because I was like, man, if that was some blues player, some rapper, somebody that went plastic, not platinum, but they play a little juke joint down on the corner. No offense, by the way. But you ain't sold 30 million records, hailing from the great state of Mississippi. They'd have tripped over themselves to tell us about it. But because it was a Trump-supporting hard rock band, they just wanted to pretend it didn't happen. We didn't allow them to ignore it. We did not allow them to ignore it. So when I saw all the news outlets posting it, from Fox News to WLBT to everywhere in between, of course, Kingfish had it up, but Kingfish is always good about staying on top of stuff like that. It was sad. It was moving. A lot of great reactions from other people. One of my favorites was Dale Earnhardt Jr. And I saved like 30 different reactions, but I love Dale Earnhardt Jr. Three Doors Down. They were kind of tied at the hips in the early to mid 2000s. They were both sponsored by Bud. The Three Doors Down guys were big fans of Dale Jr. On the back of their tour buses, I really specifically remember this. You can have a bunch of different vanity plates on the back of a tour bus, and they all had like a number 8 NASCAR plate. Not like the kind from the state of Mississippi, but just like the kind you put on the front of your car. They all had like the number 8. They were big Dale Jr. fans. And I got to tell this story real quick here. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 30th birthday. They had a party there at they'd been out partying at some clubs there in Mooresville, North Carolina, where Dale lives. And afterwards, they all came back to Whiskey River. It's the town that Dale Jr. built behind his house. So, because he's so famous, one of the most famous people in the world at that point, he couldn't really go out and have a good time. So he has all these celebrities there that are like his buddies. Brad Arnold, was there. And world boxing champ Arturo Gotti's there. And if you know about Dale Jr. is a huge boxing fan, and so is Brad Arnold. Well, they get drunk and they decide they want to spar. And they get and Dale Jr.'s got a ring there because Dale really boxed. I mean, he really trained. Well, Brad gets in there, and I had my story mixed up. I thought Brad got knocked out, but it's Dale gets knocked out by Arturo Gatti. Brad ends up getting a big cut, and I think he had to get stitches. But I just thought, what a fun story. Like I was there with Dale Jr., like 3 guys walking to a bar. He's like, I was there with Dale Jr. and Brad Arnold and Arturo Gatti, world boxing champ, knocks out Dale, beats up Brad. And they all wake up and just continue drinking and having a good time. Dale Jr. shared, he said, this man was a great person, totally unfazed by his success, kind and humble. I will always be thankful to have been his friend. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Cork and Door Company has been providing quality residential garage and commercial overhead door products to Mississippians for over 50 years. Cork and Door is a supplier of garage door parts and services such as LiftMaster, commercial and residential door operators, as well as Clopay, sectional commercial and residential doors, Asta, commercial sheet and rolling steel doors, and Cornell, rolling steel and shutters, with many in stock for the same-day pickup. Corkanddoor.com. That's Corkanddoor.com.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. Just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today.
Are you looking for a church family to connect with? One that will provide opportunities to grow in your spiritual life, as well as a chance to serve others? First Baptist Flora may be just the place for you. We're located at 102 Jackson Street in Flora. To worship with us in person, we have a traditional worship service that begins Sunday mornings at 8:30. Then our life groups meet at 9:45, and the Refuge Contemporary service begins at 11 a.m. We also have a midweek service every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. So come join us at First Baptist Flora, where we're making much of Jesus.
Not again. Time to call that big faceless company. Let's see. Press 1 for sales. Press 2 for more waiting? Seriously? I'll be retired before this copier gets fixed.
Why wait on hold when you can have local service fast? Advantage Business Systems will fix it today. Real people, real service. None of the runaround. Visit absms.com. That's absms.com. Advantage Business Systems. Stop waiting.
You had an accident. Now you're here in Aftermarket Parts, Insurance Company Preferred, and a lot of other noise that serves to confuse you. Call Clinton Body Shop. We'll keep it simple. We are certified by 19 vehicle makers to assure you get a proper repair. We care about your investment and your safety. Call the shop who only wants one partner in the repair process, and that's you, the owner. In Clinton and in Richland, we work for you. We take pride in perfection.
As Christians, it's our calling to be faithful to Christ and obedient to the Great Commission. Our heart's desire and prayer to God is that through our efforts, many would receive and rest upon Christ alone as he is offered to them in the gospel. I'm David Strain, Senior Minister at First Presbyterian Church of Jackson, inviting you and your family to join us as we strive to fulfill that mission. We're located on North State Street in Jackson. Times of our services can be found at fpcjackson.org. You can also hear the good news about Jesus Christ each Sunday morning at 9:30 on 103.9 WYAB.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards.
Welcome back in, and we will be right back here with a whole nother hour. We got Andrew Gosser in the studio with me. We're going to circle back to the monkey meme faux outrage from Friday after the show. Of course, it happened after the show. I got a lot to say. We'll be right back.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB, Pocahontas, Jackson.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Jeffrey Epstein scandal is front and center today on both sides of the Atlantic. First, to the UK. King Charles heckled at an appearance after British police announced they were examining claims the former Prince Andrew sent confidential trade reports to the convicted sex offender. The BBC's Nick Johnson.
Just ahead of Prince William's official visit to Saudi Arabia, the Kensington Palace spokesperson released a statement saying, "I can confirm the Prince and Princess have been deeply concerned by the continuing revelations. Their thoughts remain focused on the victims."
Now to Washington, where imprisoned Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell is expected to plead the fifth when she appears virtually before lawmakers investigating the Epstein case. Some will be getting a closer look at the records today. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
Under the law that required the Department of Justice to release Epstein case files, members of Congress can go into the Department of Justice headquarters to view the entirety of the records, including the millions of pages that were not publicly released and those that have been redacted. We know at least one U.S. House member, the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, says he'll be there when the doors open today.
That's Maryland Democrat Jamie Raskin. Prayers for Nancy Guthrie more than a week after she was kidnapped.
We pray for Nancy's rescue. We pray for her release. We pray that she would be brought safely home.
The Reverend John Tittle during Sunday services at Guthrie's church in Tucson. With a second ransom deadline coming up later today, investigators need all the help they can get. Correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti is in Tucson.
Billboards have been popping up in neighboring states with Nancy Guthrie's details and a phone number for the FBI. The FBI continues to call on the public for their help, 520-882-7463.
There won't be much learning going on today for some kids in Northern California.
Teachers in San Francisco are on strike for the first time in nearly half a century, closing public schools for about